Dan, I think something's wrong with the stream. I can barely see you. Hey, everybody. It's I printed these out years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, little fun barrels. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you're doing all right on your weekend. It's that time of the day where we do the podcast and things and talk about 3D printing and figurines and some pop culture and other things.
Some crap that Dan talks about nobody cares about.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Dan throws in his weekly 2 cents, and Pete and I sit in awkward silence. And then I bring up Warhammer, and then Dan and Pete sit in awkward silence, or kaiju, and then me and Dan kind of have a conversation about it, and then Pete sits there in awkward silence.
Yeah, what we're saying is Pete mostly sits in awkward silence.
Yeah, we talk about a new figure release, and Pete sits there hiding behind Spider-Man, just letting him steal the spotlight, holding the new cereal. Hey there,
Let's
Chuck.
fucking go! I think I'm gonna do a limited run. I'm gonna do like 5 of these and just call it a day.
You can't really tell what it is. There's too much of a sheen, but you did post it on Instagram. It's the Thunderbolts Wheaties box.
Emilio! It's not as clear as it's supposed to be.
There's a lawsuit from the new Avengers.
I want to see that movie again. I really enjoyed that.
My friend finally saw it, and he liked it a lot. I do kind of want to see it again, but I also want to see Friendship. So
Friendship.
But also, this Friday is Mission Impossible.
Ah! Oh, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, Mission Implausible.
Have you seen? Oh, yeah, you finally did see that.
Mission Unfeasible.
Let's fucking go!
Mission not fucking happening.
Mission probably not going to work out that way.
I'm really hyped for that.
On my phone. You better stop this.
I will say that this project here made me consider the EufyMake.
We have videos. I think we could talk about that. Let's talk about what we were saying before the stream about 3D presenting.
Which part? The part where I was complaining about taking apart mine?
I got my little nothing important back there. I got my V3KE working again. It was old filament was part of the problem, and then I just had actually the Z offset was pretty good. It was really just an issue because when I changed it, it was just an old filament issue. So now I have old filaments in Ziploc bags with some silica gel things that I bought offline. So I'm hoping I can use these desiccants to kind of revive my filament a little bit. Some people put their stuff in the oven, and I don't really think that's a great idea.
I like to eat them. They're tasty.
Yeah. Despite what they say, don't eat. Yeah, no, it just makes it feel spicy and tummy.
Why would you eat that?
Because it says not to. Dan, before there was the Tide Pod challenge, there was the silica gel challenge, and people loved that one probably more because people still do it.
Probably loved it more. Probably the best challenge ever.
You can't eat that stuff. It's very bad for you. I told you. But we're gonna put disinfectant inside of your body. Maybe
we're gonna get light in there somehow. I can't do a Trump.
We're gonna get light in there. We talked about getting light in there.
I don't know. One time during a Super Bowl, I somehow whipped out a great Bernie Sanders impression right out of mass. The cost for these Super Bowl tickets is. I can't do it right now.
You just gotta do your Jewish uncle, man. I don't understand why the Democrats are such pussies. That's all you
Here
got.
I am again, coming to you for more money.
Here I am again, telling you to vote for your better interest and not this idiot. No.
I can probably sit there. You
have to F up your hair and just put your glasses down here.
So anyway, the V3KE is working again, which I'm really happy about. I printed something out on it. It came out pretty decently, but I printed way too fast. I wish that Anycubic Next had this printer pre-configured in their setups, but it's not. There's all these other Creality printers, but that's not one in there for some reason. But I used 𝗀𝗄𝗃, which is okay. I just printed way too fast, so I need to just slow it down a little bit.
My PKE meter's working fine though.
What you did there, I see it.
Thank you. I'll leave now.
No, you can stay. I like puns like that, little play on words.
Was it just the KE part?
Yeah, it was just the KE part.
Oof, that was
Yeah.
No wonder you told us to stretch before you started the stream.
Yeah. Listen, I'm on a lot of pain medication and muscle relaxers because
hey man,
of my
I have
nerves.
all this meloxicam in my bathroom I could go take, but I don't like the idea of it. There's weird side effects.
I don't like the idea of it either, but the pinched nerve is giving me trouble again. So I just wanted to be comfortable for a little bit. I wouldn't feel that right now if you hit me with it.
Anyway, so yeah, some people put their filaments in their ovens, which is just a weird idea to me.
Just in the White Dragon. I love it.
I don't like that idea.
I just feel really good and happy.
Well, that's a first. Good job, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
Happy. Only took drugs.
We should play
Happiness.
Helldivers.
You can't play happy without penis. Happiness.
That's what is that? Super Troopers 2?
Oh, I heard that years ago from my English.
Happiness in your household.
Happiness in your household.
Yeah.
Happiness in your household.
My English teacher at my school in Not Going to Reveal taught us that years ago. Hey, that's good. Everybody else sitting there going, I should have known what the intellectual level was when we, at the end of the year, we were doing movies every Friday, and I brought in Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and nobody laughed. I was like, oh, never mind. Except the Black Knight part. That was funny for everybody. But I was just sitting there going, God, never mind. Anyway,
I don't think Pete would laugh while watching that movie. It's not for everybody.
Is that the one where he gets his arm cut off, but he's like still going? He's like, okay.
Yeah,
it's just a flesh wound.
Flesh wound, gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not the humor doesn't appeal to everyone. It's like Abbott and Costello. Not everyone's
Oh
gonna
God,
think
no.
it's hilarious.
No, but there's at least one in a group when I've showed that to people that think it's funny, and it was just I was like, well, all right.
Especially anyway. We were also talking about the anycubic ace and different things you can and can't do with it.
I had to take mine apart today. That was fun.
Yeah. So how did you even what was going on with it?
So I was trying to load a different filament. So first of all, when I first got it, the second channel wouldn't work. So for several weeks, I went without using it because I was trying to get these orders out. It's like, oh, all I need is gray and clear. All I need is gray and yellow, blah, blah, blah. So I would just like bypass that second channel. So anyway, I decided to fix it like last week, and it was going through, and I guess like I was using an older black filament, and it got stuck in the nozzle. But that wasn't even the reveal till the third time I tried to fix it. So I was loading a clear in it today, and the clear I could see go inside the ace, which is not supposed to do. It's supposed to go in a channel and through a tube, and then
it's weird. The channel is weird to mess with because, like, when I was first setting mine up, I was like, it's not going where it's supposed to go, and then I finally did get it to go that way, but the ace is a little weird.
Yeah, but it's easy to diagnose and fix. Like they made it accessible in a way where you don't have to take the whole thing apart. There's essentially 4 screws, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, and you're in. You can see what's going on, where it's failing.
It's accessible.
So I took apart where it connects the 4 tubing parts, and as soon as I pulled that out, a little piece of filament fell out. I was like, okay, tried it again, ate the filament, and then I saw it go in the bottom. Opened that up, pulled that filament out, went to go print again, and it said that there's filament stuck. So that was the core problem, that there's filament in the nozzle. So I started. It shows you a QR code. Scan the QR code, gives you directions on how to fix it. I skipped the one that seemed super easy. I was like, nah, it's not that one. And went through the other first one and then skipped it. And then the other 5 that they have after that.
Pete knows better.
So I went back to look at the second one. And of course, it's filament stuck in the fucking nozzle. And since the printer is off, you can't really do anything because you need the heat to be able to push it in and out. You could try to do a cold pull, but my pliers wouldn't pull it out. So luckily, I have a heat gun. I'm holding it by the silicone and heating up just the ends where the nozzle and the heat break are. Got it soft enough, pulled it out, and then I have the cleaners. So it's a very thin needle that you can shove up there to make sure it comes out. It was soft enough where the needle got stuck in it and started becoming part of the filament and made it really easy to pull out after that. So that was good.
Okay, cool.
Starting to print now, and what that print is a revision or an update of the crosswalk. So I'm integrating that as part of the poll, so that way you can see everything like that.
Is that with the 2 filaments?
Is this 2 filaments? No, this is just one spray painted with
Okay,
yellow.
okay. I was about to say that looks terrible if that was not what I thought. If that was supposed to be the 2 filaments, I was like, that the purging doesn't do what it should.
No, that is the new print's gonna take about 12 hours. I finished fixing that Cobra 3 Max and the Ace 5 minutes before I jumped online with you guys. So it is starting right now. Tomorrow I'll be able to have something to share.
Nice.
But the idea with the Ace is to try to do something like this attached to a larger pole so we could get the double side going. I think that's going to be incredible. What else? You were talking about the Ace and that you have 2 now.
I do have 2. I was thinking about selling the one because I have the Cobra 3 and then the Cobra 3 Max. And part of me was actually dancing around with the idea of having the 2 so I could have all those colors just set to one printer, which is pretty cool. But I don't know that I have that many colors I'd want to print from. So it's iffy. And knowing now that, and this is partially due to me not doing the research I probably should have, you can't use the Ace as just a dryer. It has to be connected to a printer, and the printer has to be on in order to use it as dryer. And you could only set it up for you could do it for up to 24 hours. But I've also seen people online saying they don't recommend drying while you're also printing from it. I don't know really why that would be an issue, but I was a little bummed that it can't just function on its own as a dryer because I have all these old filaments that I'd like to try and restore. Right now I'm using the Ziploc bag with silica gel, but I would have liked to try using that to just kind of dry them out a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe I'll buy one of the Sunlu ones offline or something like that because I think they're only about $100, but we'll see. I don't know.
So I recommended once you use the power of 8 together.
Yeah, but I don't know how many. I don't know that I need to print anything with 8 colors. Never mind 4. I feel like there are things that I'd maybe want to print in 2, like the tentacles I was mentioning before. I would like to do maybe the green for the side with the suckers and then the bluish, whatever they call that.
What about your space wall? Your 1/18th wall that you're working on?
Well, you can't. So you also can't. Dan's finding all these new display options. You can't print silk PLA in the Ace. So you can't use TPU. You can't use silk, which is one that I actually would have used in the Ace because I don't have a lot of things that I want to print in that shiny type of material, but there are some things that I think it might be cool just to have as a highlight or almost livery on something. But apparently you're not supposed to use those with the Ace. So on that.
One last suggestion.
Yeah.
Glorified filament runout sensor. While it's drying, it has the other ones in there. Just chilling.
Well, that's the other thing. Like I was saying before, if I was printing something in gray and I ran out of gray and I had a second gray filament in there, I could potentially use that as backup, but I don't know if it lets you do that in real time. I don't know. It's a little strange.
I don't think it's real time. I think you have to tell it to switch to the next spool.
Maybe.
Or
maybe
in the
that's how it works then.
But you can still have other 2 filaments in there just hanging out.
Yeah, I haven't come across that situation, but that's actually, maybe I'll look that up because that's actually a good question is what happens when it runs out. Thankfully, the filament sensor is by the printer because one of the other criticisms I have of the Ace is there's so much Bowden tube on that thing. He's sneaky.
Where's the ramen?
Where's the ramen? What is this, Mission Impossible? Where's the ramen? Where's the ramen?
Where's the ramen?
We only have noodles. We don't have the actual packages with the stuff in it. Your mom knows that, though.
Anyway, something else weird that I did have happen on my Anycubic Anycubic 2 Max, the Cobra 2 Max. That's what it's called. The filament sensor on that thing, I had a piece of filament stuck in there, and that thing does not have any way to conveniently crack it open. Like I had to sit there and toy with it and like almost break it to open up and get that little stupid piece of filament out there.
I was gonna say like a replacement's like $1.
I didn't feel like waiting for it. It's good to know that they're that cheap, but no, I just cracked that little bitch open and then pulled it out.
What else? The thing about now here's the other thing. So they are only $1, but I've replaced 2 of them now, and they fuck up real easy. I don't know if that's the Cobra 2 Max fucking up, like the sensor's just not working anymore.
You're buying them from Anycubic?
I am not.
Yeah, well, maybe that's part of the problem.
You might be right.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you buy the cheaper like printer toner for a regular kind of printer. 9 times out of 10, it'll be okay. But you get that one where it's like every other line is just missing, and I'm assuming it's the same for different.
You're buying Splingles when you should be buying Let's.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that, Dan, because I had to get rid of a whole ass $500 printer because of that.
Yeah. I haven't had one ruin the printer, but when I worked at the name redacted,
Dan's suddenly protective of himself. What's going on?
The vet office.
Oh, I thought this was a different job.
No, they were looking like, well, can you find something a little cheaper? I'm like, I'll try. And I lucked out and took my time, read reviews. I'm like, this one's the cheapest. That won't kill the whole thing. This one. And I don't know what they're doing, because every time 2 computers tried to print something at the same time, it would go offline and I had to fix it. That was like multiple times a day. I don't know. I hope they fixed that, because I was the only one reconnecting.
I have so much filament. I have a lot of black filament. Every time filament's on sale, Pete sends me a link, and then I just buy some. Like
boxes and boxes.
Look at all this damn filament over there.
Jeez. What am I supposed to do with all this?
I mean, seriously, especially because I don't know how many of them been open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 open filaments that I'm probably gonna have to throw away. 9, because there's one over there too.
Is there an expiration?
They get moisture over time and they can become.
Oh, I never even thought of that.
Brittle. That's why. This is. Nobody thought of it until recently, it seems, because suddenly filament dryers became a thing. Like that kind of happened last year. Nobody was talking about filament dryers, and all of a sudden, filament dryers are now a thing that you buy. It's a secondary device for your already expensive unit. Man, and
sucks.
Basically,
They become a little brittle.
I was gonna say, is that a little brittle? Come and visit me, dog.
You can apparently kind of restore the filament, but I don't know how well. So that's why earlier I was talking about messing around with Ziploc bags and silica gel. Some people put it in.
We're not laughing at you, by the way. We're not.
We're laughing at little brittle.
We're laughing at little brittle. What a fucking reference, dude.
MCP pants.
MCP pants. There's not a month, or there's sometimes not a week that goes by when I don't quote MCP pants going, Satan is a motherfucker. It's Aqua Teen Hunger for. Hold on, man. I'm bringing it up. It won't mean shit to you, but this is little brittle.
The hand banana was the one I used to quote a lot.
Hey, little brittle. Hand banana.
We're gonna get tagged for that nipple.
You.
He was like a rapper that went to hell but kept on coming back in different bodies.
Satan sent him, Satan sent him
I'm a
back.
spider, y'all.
It's a horse fly. I love some dog turds. Give me them dog turds. He's just
Oh,
man, little brittle. That's
So-
𝗖cie𝗽𝘆𝗿𝗵, man. Shout out to 𝗖cie𝗽𝘆𝗆.
The other thing, we can't exactly recreate our whole conversation that we were having warming up, but the other thing that we were talking about recently was the Eufy maker, or the EufyMake.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
thing is some weird device. It's like I don't even know what it uses.
So it's a resin printer essentially, and it mixes the 𝗂𝗵𝗁, I believe, into the colors that you need to make these vibrant pieces, and it dries as it does it. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. But the cost for it is, which is what they usually make for like coasters and like tumblers and stuff. But now it's just becoming more accessible for the home market, which isn't bad because I believe the EufyMake is a 16 by 10 inch for the bed, but the machine itself is not that big. It's about the size of a like a laser printer. And
Yeah, it looks like a laser printer.
Yeah, there. I'm talking shit. And it's right there. But yeah, you could do layers on that. And then it also does, like, it reads the topology of your item, so it could know how to adjust for the print, which is pretty sick too.
The other thing that is actually crazy is, I don't remember if we talked about it. Sorry, but the Bamboo has all-in-one device. That's a laser printer and everything. It's a 3D printer, laser printer.
Dude, that's crazy.
Does other things that I don't even know about.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Eufy makes vacuums.
So is Dyson going to start making?
That's what I was. I said I made sure that's the same damn company.
I've never heard of the company until Pete was talking about that maker.
No, I looked it up because I'd never heard of it, and they suck.
Apparently, they do what they're supposed to do.
The vacuums. Oh, never mind. It's so unlikely to make puns. Your drugs are messing you up.
So this isn't their first one. So that's a little that calms me down a little bit. That this isn't their first stab at the UV resin printer.
Their vacuums look really fucking good, though.
I've never heard of them.
I told you not to disturb me when I'm cleaning my room.
Oh, not for $800. Woohoo! Woohoo! That's a woo.
Is that it? It's only $800.
No, that was the Robo vacuum.
Oh yeah, the EufyMake is like 16. Yeah,
there you go.
It's not cheap. Like I just did
Holy
600
shit.
for a new resin printer that was on Kickstarter, but
So I have some wild ideas.
what is this thing?
So like
That's their Robo vacuum. I was just
Oh,
looking up what else the company manufactures.
gotcha.
There it is.
So I was thinking how like the arcades use a laminated piece of paper right now for the marquee and the screen. It might be cool to do this on like acrylic if it can handle that.
Yeah, you'd have to see if the PLA can handle it.
And not only that, you would have to see if the light could shine through the printed surface to work as a diffuser instead of a printed piece.
This thing is weird, but it's way too much. Dan, can we just focus on the other thing?
We like the lawnmowers too.
You're fucking doing the same fucking thing. I closed that video.
I don't want to
Yeah,
see. I don't want to see the end of our lives. That's how Lawnmower Man starts.
No, because you're not getting VR'd and jacked.
Yeah, I was just, you know, it's been showing up on Prime as a recommended movie for the past week or so. And first of all, didn't know Pierce Brosnan was in it. And, and second of all, I didn't know that it was
more.
I did not know those either.
There's
But
three of them.
I think he's trying to help a special needs guy
It is.
get
Yeah.
his life back?
I can make you not hard R word if I put you in VR and make you smart. That's literally the synopsis of the movie.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can just
Is he the villain, or is the villain created through the VR?
The whole now I've seen this movie many times when I was younger, so it's what you think. The end message is the doctor's actually the bad guy because he tries to manipulate him, and in that manipulation he overcomes and goes, "No, man, I'm smarter than you, and now I run your shit." So it's kind of like creator, well,
Like
kind of like
Frankenstein?
Frankenstein story, yeah. It's just Frankenstein. But then there's like 3 more. And I think like 2 of them are like the same movie that with different shots. I don't know. I saw the second one and backed off. I was like, these are really stupid. I mean, that one wasn't great. It's no Johnny Mnemonic.
That's Keanu Reeves, right?
Yes. There's no Virtuosity.
We talked about Virtuosity last week, I think.
I know. That's what I was trying to catch him. I wasn't going to reference why. I was just going to say Virtuosity. Wasn't going to say why. Free Jack.
Oh, no.
Free Jack City?
You said Free Jack City?
Free Jack. It's Free Jack.
Anyway.
Starring
Emilio!
Mick Jagger too.
Oh, Free Jag. Okay. Gotcha.
No, Free Jack. Oh, shut up. No.
Anyway, the EufyMaker.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I can see why. I don't think I have any reason to really look into that for what I do. I don't even know that the how you would use it justifies that price, dude. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
but I also did buy like a small business vinyl printer. So clearly on drugs.
What do you want, drugs?
So they make accessories, but not actually printers, right? I mean, the 3D printer thing.
Does Eufy make Anchor?
That's
does Anchor the parent company?
What the hell?
Because that's a whole other thing. Because Anchor does make 3D printers, right?
Yeah.
Anchor is all kinds of tech, right? Like they're just
but no, there are specific printers that we. Yeah.
Oh.
Do they own? Is that the same company?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think so.
Oh.
Looking it up right.
There's an MS extruder. There's an MS.
It's Anchor. It's Anchor.
Yeah,
you got it.
Anchor owns Eufy. That actually
that bumped it up
a
little bit.
That puts a little more stock in the EufyMaker, actually, knowing that it's from Anchor.
Yeah.
Because Anchor does make 3D printers and such. Interesting.
It's not that major of a thing, but I swear by their ergonomic mouse. Like, it's not a big deal to you guys because of my wrist, that ergonomic mouse. Like, no other maker makes this mouse the way I need to except Anchor, and that's a big deal for me. So I'm seeing that going, okay, yeah. So they own Soundcore, EufyMake, previously known as AnchorMake. It's AnchorMake with a new name. There you go.
So does your Anchor mouse keep you from floating away on the computer?
Yes, exactly.
On the information superhighway.
On the information. I don't get stuck in the internet, so I don't jack Pierce Brosnan.
Oh, snap.
Brought it back around.
So I was thinking about EufyMake for this, and then we're doing the dioramas right now, which are still like heavily in beta. But the window, like being able to print on these clear sheets rather than laminating over them. So you're actually getting like it's not like you would be any more crisp, but it would change the dynamic of it.
That's the other question is how well does this thing actually print? What's our DPI look like compared to like your LaserJet?
Oh, that's good. Is there some specifications we could look up?
But then it also makes me kind of
I'm
wonder,
gonna mute you if you don't stop that.
is it going to have the ability to print in translucent?
Tell me if you see anything that you want me to stop at, because I'm looking for what specifications. I don't.
FAQ maybe specs.
Over 300 material.
Meet the strictest standards. Got creator hassle 11. Dual laser
There you go.
snapshot. 1440 DPI. That's pretty good. Holy shit.
I would compare that to what your laser printer has and see how that, or really to the Ebenezer thing that you have back there.
I think the Lexmark, the laser printer I just picked up, is about 1440.
Okay. What about
The vinyl's like 3,000 something. This shit's crazy.
You see, the other thing is, for like the walls that I'm thinking about doing, there might actually be, if this thing works the way it does, I'd also have to see what kind of height it can do.
Yeah, up to 5 millimeters.
Up to 5 millimeters. That's not
5
a lot.
millimeters, bro.
That's not a lot, but it's not nothing. Like, that's something else that you could do just for textures, because
But that I believe that's piled on height. So that's layers of what they're printing, not the height of your item.
yeah, no, that's what I meant. Like, if you put in, let's say you're printing on acrylic plastic or something, it
Right.
prints up to 5 millimeters onto that surface.
They had a thing where the dude he had 3D printed a cube, and then he threw it in the Eufy and made like a Minecraft cube out of it. And he printed on all the sides. He kept on like switching and
Okay. See, something like that could be really cool, because 3D printers, like resin printers, are the next closest thing. But like, yeah,
But could you imagine you do your 1/18 sci-fi walls and then use the Eufy to add the color and details on it?
that's
so
exactly
fucking
what I was
nasty.
thinking. Dude.
that'd be so nasty.
But the other problem is, it's just
Speak to your
creating.
man.
I have to look into this thing more to see what their capabilities are. When does the campaign even close?
Like another 40 days. I'm
I'd
checking
have to-
like regularly. I'm trying to see if like Layla will give me the pass to buy one.
I'm like, I don't have $1,700 to just blow on this fucking thing. That's a lot of money, dude.
Looks
Where
at
the
storage unit.
Well, it's not going in there. What are you talking about my storage unit like that for?
It's probably about $1,700 worth of something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's more than $1,700 worth of stuff in there. There's like a couple $3,000 statues in there. There's a shit ton of GI Joes and
Look,
Mezca. Like, there's.
man.
Missy about to dox you.
I don't live by my storage unit.
You see the pledge and what the goal is? Isn't that insane? Pledge $500,000. They got 24 mil. That crazy. That crazy. I'm about to
Keep an
jump
anchor
in.
in business.
Are we sure that this isn't like European though? Because if it's European, then those commas are actually decimals.
It's .com. It's not an American.
I'm
It's
kidding.
an American URL.
Even if the commas were decimals,
Seattle.
3 decimals at the end, buddy.
I don't know
We have-
math.
We don't have thousandths of a dollar.
Hey, we can go to Yarn Dragon too. Dragging my balls.
You know what it's called when a cat eats your shoelace? Dragon yarn. Anyway.
Oh, you're fired.
Anyway.
Let's talk toys.
Oh, okay.
Let's talk Nobody too.
Oh, I haven't seen the trailer for it.
Neither have I.
I've come to terms with the fact that you don't have an average
With
child.
Bob and David.
You guys having fun at the convention?
Is it free?
But we haven't seen you in months.
What happened to your eye?
Somebody found me at the game.
What game?
The one you missed.
And summer break's just a few days away.
We should do something. Strictly family time.
Come on, kids. It can be an adventure.
Yeah.
Yes. Like that Christopher Elliott's coming back.
I need a lot more RZA, please.
Dude, he's always in movies with the smallest roles.
That we're all together.
But they like alluded to like this whole background and larger organization.
Let's go right now.
I understand protecting
Oh,
your sister,
dude,
but there
no
are
fucking
other
way.
ways to handle things.
I left my phone.
Hutch, no.
Well, I like your way better.
What the? Dude, you're.
What the hell, Hutch? On our first date?
It's a bit of an
I stumbled
overreaction.
into something.
Take on anybody?
Vacationing in an old bootlegging route. Full of drugs, crooked cops.
Oh, it's the dad from Arrow.
Well, that was Colin Hanks!
You didn't take
Yeah, the guy from Arrow, yeah.
Yeah. You wanted to de-escalate the situation.
Is that Sharon Stone?
No escalate.
No, right?
No, it's
Guys,
I
I'm
never
not gonna
remember her
fight
name.
you. I'm here on vacation.
the woman from Gladiator.
They're on. Oh, fuck.
Find this nobody. Scorched earth.
That's Sharon Stone,
I
yes.
just want a break.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry,
I just noticed it too. It's the second time I'm watching it.
Oh shit, Colin Hanks.
That was Colin Hanks, right? Yeah.
We all have different sides.
I love the use of Holiday Road.
If you're a dad, go fix this shit.
Oh, okay, thank you. Jesus.
I told you.
I mean, I'll watch it. I like the first one.
Christopher Lloyd is. I love that he still works, man. That looked really good. Kelly is the one who introduced me to the first one, and I kind of blew it off. And then we watched it when it came out on video. Of course, it was great.
I mean, it's
She's
just
a big-
another. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she's a big Mr. Show fan. That's where she she's. You guys have you ever seen the movie Run, Ronnie, Run?
No.
It's there. It came out the same. The only reason this was not popular, I really feel, is because it came out the same year as Joe Dirt, and it's basically the same kind of character. But it was a Mr. Show movie. I'm sure there's more nuance to that, what I'll get yelled at about in a little bit.
Didn't Ben Stiller get his start on Mr. Show?
I don't know that, but it's SpongeBob did. Tom Kenny. Well, they all came from there. But yeah, then we've watched Mr. Show skits because I've not seen the original show, and it's just something we quote to each other now. Kiss the pan.
I know they put out With Bob and David on Netflix for one season, which was
it was basically
Yeah,
a sequel
yeah.
series. Yeah. Brought everybody back. I heard real good things about it, but of course, because it was good, they didn't renew it because it's Netflix.
the one episode. Well, they also were doing it live. Like there was a live audience component of it that also
I did not realize. I believe that was involved with the original show. Was it not? Like it was taped in front of an audience.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Well, not
That
all
used to
skits
air
were,
HBO, right? Late at night.
Yeah.
but one of the episodes got pulled because it's David Cross as this guy trying to show that the police are abusive or whatever, and then Keegan-Michael Key plays the police officer. David Cross keeps through to try to get violated by the cops, and then finally he goes in blackface, and that's when the cops are like, "Really?" And then that's when Keegan-Michael Key comes of his car. That's the episode that was pulled from Netflix. It's so funny.
It's so good.
But
fuck.
like, nobody is basically just like another version of Johnny Wick, but
Domesticated. What would happen if John Wick got married and his wife didn't die and he picked the puppy?
I just was scrolling through stuff the other day and I was like, I misread something, or I just randomly thought about like Johnny Wick, and I thought it sounded infantilizing to call him Johnny instead of John Wick.
You know what I was just thinking though? I was kind of hating that they didn't go the route of showing like John Wick did, the high table, who's behind that, and do all that shit. They went a different route. They went the family vacation route, which at first it bothered me when I was watching the trailer, but now I'm like, all right, well, at least they're trying to be original.
Yeah, I was about to say it's kind of nice to see them doing something.
Ben Stiller's in it. Jack Black's in it.
Something that's not just what everybody else is doing.
David Kochner.
I mean, it's nice to see. It's nice to see universes grow, but sometimes we do have to just enjoy what we get out of them, and not everything has to turn into this giant layered situation. Sometimes it's nice to have a little freedom and piece things together on your own. What?
Speaking of universes.
Oh, I haven't seen this either.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
Margot Kidder was the original Lois Lane.
Sometimes she was somebody else.
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Jesus
like
Christ,
Superman.
man. Hold on. Just
I completely missed this joke, so please.
God. Oh my God. Margot Kidder had a fucking nervous breakdown in like the mid 80s. Like she actually had schizophrenia, and they found her like naked in somebody's backyard, scratching out the bushes or hiding in the bushes or something. And she's schizophrenic.
That was the inspiration for that movie Night Bitch, actually. Which actually,
are you serious?
Well, it had Amy Adams, who was then Lois Lane. So it went. No, I'm kidding.
God damn it!
But it's full cycle. She went from Lois Lane turning into the dog lady
to the crazy
Night
bitch.
Bitch was also Lois Lane.
Family Guy did a riff on Margot Kidder.
They did.
Dude, I can't believe you fucking did that. Like, that's so funny.
Sometimes there's fruit on the lower branches. And you just
sometimes you just gotta kick at that fruit, man.
Well, maybe that's not low hanging fruit. Maybe that's just low road.
Column A and column B, sure.
Recently, you've come under a lot of fire for what some might. It's a lot. Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's funny.
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how.
What?
They're already introducing that made-up country that they use in DC.
And there's Frank Grillo, by the way.
Frank Grillo is playing.
Rick Flag Sr.
What was that, Pete?
He plays Rick Flag Sr. in this movie.
Yes.
So his son died in the Suicide Squad. So that is his. He has a little.
Oh,
beef.
are they connected? I don't even.
That's also James Gunn. I think that is going to be the start point for the James Gunn universe. Is like
that last Suicide
Squad, kind of Peacemaker. Even though Peacemaker does have a cameo by Ezra Miller, and
I hate that you're spitballing this and the information's already there. Because you won't watch Creature Commandos, which is an animated show that ties in.
Well, but also, honestly, Pete, okay, to your point, I guess I should watch that. But also, it's nice that you can get all these things without watching everything that they put.
Right. Like,
right. But they do touch on the humanism of like his son dying and like how he's like kind of bitter, but he's also trying to like, live up to that flag name at the same time, which
they also, they also do that in Peacemaker. That's a huge component of his character arc in Peacemaker.
There's a lot of speculation on Peacemaker season 2.
I got to watch that first season so I can catch it. See, I keep
There's a scene in the trailer where there's 2 Peacemakers and they're wondering if there's going to be like a Deadpool thing where he crosses over into the universe.
Oh.
It's a speculation. That is not fact.
Maybe.
That could be a dream sequence.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman. Did you consult with the president?
I like that. I like that casting choice.
You seemingly acting as a representative of
Porto Maltese.
Anybody except for me. And doing good.
Porto Maltese, gotcha.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
I like that we're tackling this aspect of Superman because that's something a lot of people overlook.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Like Zack Snyder too.
Okay.
The callbacks.
Yeah.
Your choices. Your actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Also was in Constantine.
Oh.
Superman.
Yeah.
He's not
That's
a man.
terrific.
He's an it. He's somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. I will not.
This is also interesting because we're already introducing those cubes where he has no power.
I'll go get him for you.
Cannonball.
You have a dog?
So apparently the Superdog was basically inspired by James Gunn's actual Yorkie. Like its attitude.
I think Christopher Reeve's son is in this trailer. If I could find the shot of it, he's one of the news reporters. Is Christopher Reeve's son?
Okay.
He's a nice little cameo. I haven't cared about Superman for a long time, and I debate aside, whether we liked them or hated them, Zack Snyder made me care about Superman for the first time in a long time. And I can tell you, and this is on record, about me saying fuck Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, which we'll get into again in a little bit about HBO.
Okay.
Not
I was
big-
like, can we just not repeat ourselves all the time? But yeah, the HBO.
No, this one, yeah, no, it's worth it. I'm not, but after all that, and I'm still on a fuck Warner Brothers thing, and I was like, no, I'm not going to see James Gunn Superman.
I mean, I knew I was.
Kind of brought me back around, but I was absolutely not going to do it. I was like, fuck it.
I knew I was going to see this movie. I'm just not going to deprive myself of something I might enjoy.
After that, I don't know, man. There's something about reusing the trailer, the old score, the John Williams.
You're a whore for that type of stuff, and that's one of the other.
I know.
Reasons, I mean, like that's one of the other reasons you're all like in love with Snyderverse is they used the Batman soundtrack from the animated series for Affleck, right?
No.
What was it in then?
No. They used it when Joss Whedon took over. When Joss Whedon took over for Justice League, he brought in Danny Elfman to replace the score, and Danny Elfman said, "Well, what Batman theme are you going to use? Mine, the one I did.
Oh, okay.
My Batman theme. It's my Batman." I said, "Okay."
I haven't watched his Justice League.
Well, yeah. After that other after the I'll call it the real one came out, I don't give a shit about Joss Whedon's Justice
I won't call it the real one. I'll call it the Snyder Cut because they added stuff that wasn't originally going to be in the movie.
That's okay. That's okay with me because I watched it one last time after the Snyder Cut came out. I did watch the Joss Whedon one, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
No. And I love Danny Elfman.
Tiger Snyder Cut.
We can't talk about that anymore either. But I don't know. I was paying attention. Yeah,
anyway.
no, that brought me back into it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Nicholas Hoult is a good idea for Lex Luthor. I'm curious to see what they're doing with the story. I like how they're looking at the idea of the infallibility of or I guess really the fallibility of Superman.
Infallibility, yeah, sure.
Yeah, because like a lot of people like to say he's so overpowered and all this, but he's one guy. So aside from that, there's also the question of his morality versus needs and other people. Like,
wait, was there not a Jurassic World trailer that came out?
I don't know if there was a new one. I don't know, but I'm kind of avoiding them. They're already showing so much. They already have the D-Rex out in stores. I forget what it stands. It's like Ditrocious Rex or something like that.
It's coming out Tuesday. There's a new trailer on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
They put out one of those teasers for the trailer, which fucking annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, I hate that's where we're at.
It's basically 30. If you're 30 seconds, if you have a trailer for 30 seconds, that's a fucking trailer. That's a teaser trailer. That's a TV spot. That's it. You serious right now? I'm just fucking with you. I don't care.
What are you eating, mozzarella? What are you eating, mozzarella?
Veggie snacks. Wow, man.
I think those are good.
Hooking up with a sponsorship.
Did we all watch the Weapons trailer? I'm gonna say no for Pete.
Pete, do you not know about Weapons? So this is another Zach Kreger movie. This is the guy who did Barbarian.
That happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different.
Yeah, that voiceover, dude.
Every other class had all their
You ever watched this other day?
No, I have. That's what I'm saying. That fucking voiceover.
Because it was in
totally empty.
theaters for sentence.
And you know why?
Yes, that's where that's where I saw it then.
At 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why?
Holy shit, Kate McKinnon.
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place.
Matthew, where are you?
Oh.
Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
He looks crazy. And that's
Zach
Kreger, who's also doing the whatever it's gonna come out, that Resident Evil movie.
Oh, man.
That I thought they were going the school shooting route. They did not.
No, they did not.
No,
but there is a movie that came out, and I don't know if I want to see it or not because it's done by one of those studios on this side, opposite to the left, where the kids Pete put it together, where this one kid kind of teenager takes charge during a school shooting to fight. It's Die Hard in a school. It's terrible to say.
Do a little equation.
I actually just saw G20, which was like Die Hard a little bit. It was really good.
Go to study hall, have a vacation.
G20, and it starred Viola Davis, and Anthony Starr was the villain. The guy that plays Phil Coulson was the vice president. It was really good.
I forgot his name. Greg.
Clark Gregg.
Clark Gregg. Thank you. Yes. Former Mrs. Former Mr. Oh, who the hell was she married to? He married to.
Are they divorced?
Elizabeth Shue. Yeah.
I didn't. So he was also in New Adventures of Old Christine. which had Juliette Louis-Dreyfus.
Jennifer Grey.
What? Oh,
Jennifer Grey. Sorry.
But
The
it
other
also had
lady.
the fiance of Bill Paxton from Twisters in it, and that's when I was like, she's an attractive woman. New Adventures of Old Christine.
Oh, I forgot her name, but she was in a TV show at the time. Jamie Gertz. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The New Adventures of Old Christine, or a different TV show?
No, she was in a bunch of TV shows before she started getting movies.
Oh, yeah. I honestly, I've only seen her in that and Twisters. I don't know if anything
She's
else.
in Quicksilver? Not that Quicksilver. Don't ask. Moving on.
Don't go down the rabbit hole, Dan.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Nope.
Big wheels keep on turning.
We watched Ocean's 13 yesterday while I was doing other stuff. And
Really?
in the beginning, with the heist that he goes in to open the vault, they go through the toy store. That's a KB Toys.
Yeah. Yep, that's KB's Toys.
Oh, man.
I was working at the waiter as a cocktail. Oh, I gotta go. I
miss toy stores.
Yeah. She was in Ally McBeal as well.
All right, Danny McBeal, let's go. What are we doing?
Play Doom the Dark Ages. Doom the Dark Ages is a lot of fun. Yes, here we go. So once I saw this, I started following her. She does a lot of prop work.
Is this the German lady?
Yes.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah.
Her and her husband like tag team this stuff.
Yeah,
cosplay.
God. Awesome.
Yeah,
this is the pulverizer from Doom the Dark Ages. It's one of my favorite new weapons because it grinds up skulls to launch the skull fragments in a wide area. So like it's great for mowing down like fields of enemies. I mean, it's not super strong, but it's just kind of fun and awesome. But yeah, like I didn't really look at their page too much, but just what they did on this thing is awesome.
Dude, that is incredible.
Yeah,
I know she's been at this for a while, but this is incredible.
Yeah.
That's unreal, man.
That must be an alternate skin. Because the one I have, it's not skulls on the little pistons. They're just flat. That might be an alternate skin. Because throughout the game, you can unlock new skins for your guns.
Or she got like a pre-release picture of this. Because I know they didn't make this the day it came out.
Well, they might be like similar to Emily the Engineer. Bethesda might have sent them the files. Because that looks legit. Like that's how it looks in the game. And this is another person who 3D printed and assembled it and then made it into a computer, which was just awesome too.
Dude, I could take the Ghostbusters firehouse and make that a chassis for a computer.
You definitely could. You could also do it with like your proton pack or a proton pack.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that. That's interesting.
Is the Doom guy in this the same Doom guy?
It's the Doom Slayer, yeah. This is before, it's pre-2016, so it's a prequel.
Oh.
But
Dude, the cooling in the water, the green glow on it looks so sweet.
In Doom Eternal, you're fighting minions of hell and everything, and then the DLC, you fight the Dark Lord. But you're also fighting against the Makers, which is almost like the Doom universe equivalent of Angels. They were also kind of exploiting hell resources to maintain their power. So that's why the Doomslayer is like, fuck all of you. But in this one, starts out under the control of the Makers. That's why he has the yellow eyes going on. And then there we have Skullface McGeezels.
You know what's funny? What's the yellow eyes in the classic game?
Is it one of the skulls?
It's God mode. It's when you have God mode on.
What else is really cool about this one actually is
cool,
at the
right?
bottom there's a little hologram of the Doom guy's face. So like in the original Dooms, as you're walking, like it kind of does this, or if he takes pain, he kind of flinches. it does the same thing in this one.
That almost
I
looks
love-
like
I love the reboot. I just haven't finished
like-
the second one yet.
looks like he was about to ask for the mother boxes.
The shield is a very new component, and it takes getting used to because you can parry attacks and use it to block for limited time.
Pun intended, Misty.
What's it? Oh, damned.
This is pretty awesome. I gotta pick this up. I probably
How
never
does
played-
is that in-game engine?
Yeah, this is
That-
in game. Yeah.
Damn.
Cyber Demons suck in this though. I don't have anything to really. That's one thing I feel this game is missing for me right now. I don't have a weapon that I feel I can rely on to just really fuck things up. I have the super shotgun, but I'm so used to Doom Eternal where you can just dash around your enemies to try and avoid taking shots, or you could double jump. This game doesn't even have a double jump. There's no dash in it. It's like
That's cool though.
Yeah, but that's why they give you the shield, because you're gonna get hit, but you can use the shield to block attacks. You can use the shield like Captain America to like cut enemies in half, or because there's the chain blade, if you throw it into a bigger enemy, it gets stuck and kind of stuns them, so you can shoot them at the same time. Or if you have one of the perks on one of the like the machine gun in the game active, you can shoot an enemy that has your chain shield in it and deflect the shots to other enemy. Like it's there's a lot. It's cool, and I'm only on level 6 out of 22. I've already ridden the dragon, and I've already manned the Atlan mech, which is
Dan's riding the dragon right now.
Yeah, he is.
Not that bad.
The damn law dragon.
Bastards.
I think this is a re-release, right? Or just new USA stock, but this has been out for a couple years.
I do remember we talked about this guy before. So yeah, if you were interested then and didn't pick it up, I do remember this one because of the bone claws.
Here it is. Those glasses sit really awkwardly on his face.
And now that we have adamantium in the MCU, we're probably going to get a new Wolverine origin story, I'm guessing.
Shit.
I originally wanted
Till you're
fucking Clint Eastwood's son to play Wolverine.
I could see that. I mean, we only have Wolverine in Deadpool's universe, Earth 616 or whatever it is.
I'm really not interested to see Hugh Jackman.
Scott
See him do what?
I really don't want to see Hugh Jackman ride this out.
I'm cool with him being in a few more movies, but yeah, I don't want them to just overuse him. I don't want him to outstay his welcome. It's so weird though, because Wolverine was never meant to be this popular.
Oh, he was my favorite.
Oops.
Yeah,
Because of, X-Men.
he was everyone's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
favorite, but it was never meant to be that way. He's a short little angry dude with claws, and everyone was like, "Holy,
hey,
I love this guy." He was never intended to be this main thing. Like
I was going to the movie for Anna Paquin.
He was kind of ancillary to other X-Men as they originally created him. Like his first appearance was in a Hulk comic. Like,
They even trying to twist that in the first movie when, what do you want with me? You? Who said I wanted you? Oh, shit.
oh yeah, because he wanted Rogue.
He wants Rogue, yeah.
Yeah.
God, though, man. McKellen, dude. Ian McKellen.
Oh, standard. Okay.
I was
They're
wondering
standard.
what's going on there.
And deluxe.
I like this. I like how this looks. It's not my Punisher though. My Punisher is the black and white boots, white straps, white gloves.
I wish we could get a nice Crossbones figure. I just rewatched Civil War before this.
Oh, are you talking about a DC? Not DC, MCU version, or are you looking for any Crossbones?
MCU would be cool, but like a decent one would also be cool in general.
Because they just announced the two. It's still up for order, but they announced a 2-pack with a Madam Mask. It's a brand new Crossbones body and everything.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, already have it on pre-order.
That Hasbro.
Yeah. Like I said, man, they've come a long way going pinless.
I know.
Doing
Also doing characters that nobody else does. I mean, there are definitely benefits to buying from Hasbro.
Bro.
CT Toys. Hey, that's my guy right here. I paid full price for this. This was $60, and I think now this box will be the same design, 100%. It'll be like $20.
I don't like.
It's just.
I don't like buying. I don't like buying knockoffs.
It's just so awkward that well, this technically has a new head. This is not included in the original version.
Okay.
Right? I don't know how to feel about this. This is crazy. It's like ripping off the. I don't know, man.
It's illegal.
Yeah, but it's also within the same country. I don't know what's going on.
But
is Mayfix wait before I say shit, is Mayfix Japanese or Chinese?
I think they're out of Japan.
Yeah.
But also, speaking of contraband, you can't buy this in the U.S. Like it's Hiya Toys has the license, can't sell it in the U.S. So I buy it and get it shipped to the U.S.
Nice.
And they're so good. Ugh. I don't want to open.
Japan.
I don't want to open them
Japan.
because they did this stupid blister pack shit.
I'm excited for this. This will finish my little threesome.
People were surprised that they're doing this figure, that they're putting her out. I don't know who it is.
I don't want to put her out.
She's part of the Savage Land. Her, Zabu, and the 2-pack with the male counterpart and Zabu released.
I saw the comment about Zabu.
Yeah.
Or Zabu was a Build-A-Figure?
Oh, Zabu was a Build-A-Figure. You're right.
Okay. That's what I thought. Because I remember talking about that, actually.
I think I got Zabu up there, right there. I love the Terrifier. And this scene was the part where my wife was, that's it. I can't.
I'm out. That was it, huh? That was the one?
Not the part leading up to it? Like, Jesus.
Okay. She was with you, but then the candy with the head, we're out of here.
There's something about the kids like reaching into it.
I'm never going to watch any of it.
It's a stuff film.
I'm just not going to ever watch
pretty
any
much stuff film.
The weird thing about Terrifier 2 is it took on the ethereal role. So like the first one was just like a killer and he was dead at the end of the movie, and the second one was like, oh, he might be a mystical being from hell or something like that.
And now he's definitely a mystical being from hell.
I didn't see the third one yet because
son of a bitch. Well, you know what's funny about this and most, like Freddy Krueger, Robert Englund's one of the nicest motherfuckers. David Howard Thornton is one of the nicest people. He's just an awesome, level-headed dude. And it's just funny to then just say, okay, action. You know.
It's just cool to have an icon, a horror icon that pops out that's not Freddy or Jason from our,
yeah, it's a new one now. Yeah.
The Gen X boomer period, you know?
Yeah.
I was so excited when Freddy vs. Jason came out, and I got even more excited before the Marvel Universe started teasing stuff when Jason walks out of the lake holding Freddy's head, and then the camera cuts to Freddy's head, and he goes, and I'm like, because this is legit. This is not a rumor. They were going to try to do Jason versus Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, and it just died. Never got around to it.
Yep.
But my point was I was very happy about that because then we had a little lull in horror icons, and here comes Art the goddamn clown.
Right.
and he's right real quick within 10 years, not even 6 years, his head pops up on the Mount Rushmore of horror icons already, and that just doesn't happen anymore, and it just happened organically. So, and that's just not me trying to talk you into seeing it, Matt.
No, I know you're not trying to. I'm never watching
see that movie. It's just occurring to me after Pete said that. I'm like, yeah, this happened like the old days. Word of mouth. Oh, you got to see this shit. And there's Art the Clown. This site. I still
don't know who this is. Did you guys ever figure it out?
I don't know who this is. I don't understand who this is.
It's Chris Redfield. It's from Resident Evil. It's supposed to be Chris Redfield from Resident Evil.
Definitely.
Resident Evil Village. They call him a wolf hunter because the virus in that game kind of turns people into almost lichens. So
I'm a liking that.
I think it's a decent liking. Chris Redfield in the game.
What game? Resident Evil what?
Resident Evil Village. It's a decent likeness.
That's 2.
I didn't know if you caught the first one.
Yeah, and then I did one, and then you did the third. Oh, the 3.
Because he looks like a movie actor here. He kind of looks like, and we toss some names around in the chat.
Norman
Reedus.
Finn Balor. Oh,
it's
yeah.
Okay. I can't really tell.
Don't ever say that out loud again.
Who's the other guy? How about the guy from Fast and Furious? He kind of looks like him. The villain brother.
I've never seen them.
Yeah, I've never.
Alan Richardson?
No, I got you. Hold on.
Yeah.
In the words of Dan, stretch.
I'm stretching.
I need to replay these games. I actually like them.
That's what I thought it looked like in the one picture. I was like, it's kind of Finn Balor.
It's hard to tell. You can't really see his beard too much, but his beard isn't as long as this guy's.
Yeah.
The actor is Luke Evans, who played Owen Shaw in the Fast and Furious.
I don't see it.
If he had the scruffy beard.
I know.
No, not Sean, you fuck. Shaw. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I could see that, especially in the squareness of his jaws. And everything.
That's exactly what I was looking at.
Yeah.
The squintiness of the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to drive a car real fast and furiously.
Never seen any of them.
So
proud of that.
It was good up until Jason Statham joined in.
Debatable.
Well, yeah, all right. 1, obviously, for its iconic, being iconic or whatever. And I think 4, 5, 6, and then poop all in between.
I just looked up this figure, and now the URL. Okay, now it's working. Right then?
404, Dan. Oh! This thing. This fucking pisses me off.
Why?
I don't know. I really wanted to like the first release. I didn't. Because
wasn't the first release Snail Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's out of her shell.
Yeah, this is her second face.
She was
she's out of her shell, yeah.
Repressed freshman.
I hate you, man.
And now it's sophomore year, and she's getting a little weirder.
So the underwear and the bra really doesn't stay that well. Like it kind of
noticed
around a lot.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about on the figure he has.
There's a company that's doing a version of the succubus. I think they're going to knock that out. Her chest isn't so big. The clothes look a little bit more form-fitting.
Well, that's bullshit.
And I'm just hoping that the parts fit from one to the other. We shared it on the cast. It was one where she had like the demon face growing out and the demon arm.
Yeah. I do remember when we were talking about that one.
I like the idea of having a succubus. This is not the figure to get. I did take a picture. I posted online. It's a cool figure. It photographs well, but it's just not what I wanted. And I'm not deterring people from buying this figure. It's just I'm looking for something a little more less sexual and more evil looking.
Yeah, it's just you're not getting it with this one.
Yeah, no, you're definitely getting
no.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't see the point in sexualizing action figures too much. But
Oh, the sluts are full.
Oh, Hobby Link. That's a really good price too, though.
Can't get it now.
It was a bad joke.
So this is a blank, right?
Wait,
It's
no,
$1
this is full up, Dan.
Oh, it's just the clothes.
Yeah, yeah. It's just a long skirt kit.
That's the ability to make miniature clothes like this is amazing. They have gotten so good with it over time.
I don't know what figures. I guess this is going to be geared towards imports.
Right? No. This, but given the material, you could probably stretch this over anything. But
I guess, yeah.
They blocked out the face, but not the accessories.
Is this a Dragon Ball Z character?
Yeah. It looks like the demon. I can't remember their name. The DF or demon something. But they do a lot of third-party Dragon Ball stuff. Demonical fit, something like that. But their third-party stuff usually ends up being better than what Bandai does, just because it has more range of motion, better paint, more accuracy on the character. I'm not into Dragon Ball like that enough to notice it, but yeah.
Wait,
but
better than like the figure arts?
What do you mean?
You said it's better than what Bandai's doing?
Yeah. Their version of like certain characters, and they're also willing to put out multiples and like the SSJ versions and different characters that you normally wouldn't see. So
I might be thinking of the wrong figure.
Mayfex Berserker. I probably won't pick this up, but it does look cool.
I'm not going to, but yeah, this is based off a comic that Keanu Reeves helped put out. They put out a McFarlane version. Anyone who's not into the McFarlane line has an opportunity to pick one up in Mayfex.
My thing is, if the Mayfex, I don't like McFarlane, and if the Mayfex price point was lower, I'd pick this up and then probably try to army build it.
It looks like it could be a decent Winter Soldier, although the bandage, like the wraps on the hand, kind of take away from that.
Oh, these are gender swapped versions of Vegeta and Frieza. Interesting. They're statues. Interesting stuff.
That one
I think the Frieza female could be an interesting addition. Again, I don't watch Dragon Ball Z, but
I feel like a female. I mean, this feels more likely to happen than the other one. But
these
I
are
also
figures.
don't care about Dragon Ball Z at all.
I've watched exactly no episode.
You see what they're doing? Go back one picture and go like real quick. They edited out the joints here, and then they added the joints in the other picture. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could have swore these were figures. Yeah, they're figures. It's pretty cool. Commissions open.
I would probably not share anything from AI action figures again.
Yeah, you're right.
Those are AI renders.
I thought those were real fucking figures for a second.
Yeah. Dude, there was somebody else who was doing that. They were like 2-inch figures of these hyper detailed like MCU figures, and they looked awesome. But then I found out that it was AI, and I was pissed off, and I blocked the page because I was like, "Fuck this!" You got me excited because I like the idea of like a really detailed 1/24 scale figure, but fuck that. It wasn't real.
Dan, was that confirmed? It is
confirmed.
Okay. TK Customs. Again, I think these are add-on kits for Figure Arts. Dragon Ball.
Block.
Yeah, I don't mess with
I wasn't paying attention either. I was taking.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize. Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to chastise or anything like that. I was just like, this is. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Wasn't it?
That's all for the
TV for me, Ma?
That's all for what?
For these pictures. That's it. Moving on. Wait, did I do it twice?
I think so. Well, one looked greener. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I did do it. I did do
Probably
it.
Broly guy, and then the other one's probably for guy 𝗖cie or Omniplex, which is a transformer. 𝗂𝗲 makes decent stuff. I have some of their. I have like these little bags they made, and they're pretty cool. I actually like them. I don't know.
Yeah, the Mezco version originally came in the blue suit, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just a suit change to the.
If you want to get more to the movie or like other appearances.
Again, it's amazing what these guys are able to do with clothes nowadays.
Yeah, it really is. The soft goods market is so cool. And it's really interesting because it's not like it's not a huge company or anything like that. It's largely independent.
Does the face look like that so you have that effect? Because that's brilliant if it does.
Yes.
That's so cool.
𝗂𝗲 does work with Mythic Legions occasionally, I want to say.
Okay. Son of Ogre.
So this is a line that I have not given a chance to, or I'm sorry, an anime that I haven't given a chance to. The Storm Arena stuff, I am buying the 𝗵𝗁 figure because he is the first official release of the Storm Arena, and I really am interested to see what they're doing with that. I forgot to share with you guys, but somebody shared a picture, I want to say it was Mr. Lee, of the Storm Arena Ken next to the Jada Toys Ken.
Oh. That
was a good comparison. And they looked almost identical as far as like cuts and figure and height and shit.
And that's what, a $25 figure versus a $20 figure?
Well, they're both pretty much 25.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I think the Storm Arena is closer to 30, if I remember correctly.
They had different prices for some of them, so I couldn't remember if that was like a $25 or $26 one.
Right. I think the 𝗵𝗁 was 25, and I think the Ryu and Ken were like closer to 30.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, those ones had fluctuating prices, which was a little weird, but
yeah.
Pre-ordered this.
I'm interested to see what you think about it.
It's not going to be great. It's going to sit in the static pose on the shelf, but I want it. So
I think I picked up the glow in the dark Doomslayer, the original.
I don't like gimmicks like that, like the glow in the dark stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me, and I might stand alone in that entirely. It's just I don't know. It just
stand alone.
It doesn't appeal.
Soft goods, I like it.
Yeah, it's a faux fur cape.
Good touch.
Comes out August. I pre-ordered it through McFarlane's website because it was sold out at other websites I would normally go through. But yeah, I'm excited for it because, like I said, it's probably just going to stand in one position on the shelf, but it's still cool.
This is the guy that you want to be 7 inches, though, so this is good.
Yeah. I mean, I bought the deluxe edition of Doom. I bought the deluxe edition of this game, so I already have the 12-inch statue for it, but
I don't know why I'm thinking about role models.
with the corn dog.
With the corn dog, yeah.
Making
honestly, the extended cut of role models is great because there's scenes of her like when she's crashing out and everything like that. Yeah, this thing is weird. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, so thank you, Dan, for bringing it up, because this thing is something else.
Fuck.
Hi, Johnsons.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm not a big fan of Bamboo Lab because I think they charge a higher price point.
I also am not crazy about the idea of Bamboo Labs and how they seem to want to lock down everything into their proprietary areas. But I'm interested in this technology existing and seeing if Anycubic or Creality or even Anchor comes out and then does it and makes a laser cutter inside of a printer.
Interesting. Designed your own helmet, and that's what you went with, huh?
I wouldn't advocate for creating your own helmet or your bike seat either. Well,
I think the son's name is. I think the son's name is Jack Michael Johnson.
No, the son's name is Timmy.
It's thick TPU. It's thick.
Bamboo does have some different printing capabilities. Like I know that carbon fiber filament exists. I was looking around online and like there's some that's specifically for bamboo printers.
So things that I want to see come to 3D printing are better PLA to avoid shrinking. So that way the precision is that 1 millimeter more accurate. You know what I'm saying? I think as far as layer lines go, we're as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, I mean, even with resin printers, you have layer lines.
Yeah, you see it closer to the tip of like ridges and stuff. But you could sand those out easier than you could a PLA.
You see, like the way they're doing this, you don't have to have a bamboo. You don't have to have this machine to make that chainmail. You don't even have to do it using supports.
Yeah, but like the water dissolvable stuff is.
Is it actually a resin printer too?
No. That's a water dissolvable plastic filament. So they basically are trying to introduce that as a support system for your, instead of wasting your PLA. I think you just dip it in water and your supports are gone. Instead of fucking.
What's it made of? I can't think of what that material is called.
Mayonnaise.
Thank you. What is it?
Mustard.
Mustard.
Well, that's kind of cool.
This is a 5-minute video. Oh, okay. Now we're getting to the laser stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
This machine has a lot of. I'm interested in this all-in-one kind of technology because I want to see other studios make it. I really don't want to buy a Bamboo Labs machine, but I'd be more open to it if it was made by a different studio. But this is kind of with the EufyMaker. I think these all-in-one machines are going to be popping up more and more as people are creating stuff out of their own homes. Just giving more people the access to things that normally are made in giant warehouses off these room-sized machines. Like it's becoming.
I think the end is the beginning is the end is going to be when you could do your own metal molds at home.
Yeah.
And an injection of ABS materials and stuff. Safely. Might I add safely? How much? Whoa! Oh my God!
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Send it to the void that cries through you. Holy shit!
I paid $600 for my Cobra Max with Ace, by the way.
think I got mine
Okay.
a little less than that. I think I jumped on mine first though. But yeah, I mean, shit. Anycubic's been putting out good stuff. I'm enjoying the Cobra Max a lot.
You know what's cool though is
too.
seeing the evolution of Anycubics. I had the Cobra Max. I had the Cobra 2 Max. I bought a second Cobra 2 Max. Bought a Cobra 3 Max. The evolution has been incredible. It's like they're learning each time. They're actually producing a different.
Now they have a new one that's available for pre-order, and I don't even know what the hell that is.
The Cobra 3 V2. Yeah. I haven't looked into it either, so I have no
I'm
answer.
not going to. I don't. Excuse me. I don't need another 3D printer. I don't have the money for another 3D printer. I have 10 of them.
Yeah.
Need another
If my Creality dies, I think I'm going enclosed in that size, that 220 by 220. Because at that point, I would rather do like exotic material. I think I'm very happy with like this looks great. I am not a fan of Lord of the Rings. I am not buying this figure, but this looks great.
It looks good, but yeah, same boat. I like Lord of the G-Strings more.
Hey,
have we talked about that on the stream at all?
Lord of the G-Strings?
There is a Skinamax spoof of Lord of the Rings. Don't Google it, Dan. Well, don't pop it up on the stream, but it's basically like a porno making fun of or mocking Lord of the Rings, and it's called Lord of the G-Strings. And in the beginning, there's a monologue by this woman. Instead of hobbits, they're called throbbits, and they're horny little bastards. Like, I didn't watch it. I watched like that.
You know way too much,
dude. Dildo saggins.
Yeah, dude. It's like I didn't watch it because I had no interest in it, but also I was like with my parents, and
Matt,
they were upstairs. And
Matt, who you lying to, Matt?
Nah, dude, I was way too paranoid as a teenager. I would not watch. Like my parents were in the same house; they would hear the TV. Yeah. Like, there's a part of me that wants to watch it because
I'm kind of
interested. The worst puns. Like honestly, that's where they're hooking me. Like, we could get out of that though.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars.
Yeah. I love when Zach and Mary make a porno. Can't you see we having a conversation? White.
That's where I got. I'm gonna hate the S out of you. Is from Zach and Mary make a porno. when he's in the goal, Jeff Anderson's playing the guy who's gonna film the porno, but he's in goal during the hockey game, and defense just lets the guy skate by him. He just throws his gloves down. Why do I have to do everything? Just punches the guy before he gets shot off. It just cuts to him getting thrown in the penalty box because I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you, ref. Whoa, that's okay. It's my cousin. I fucking love that movie. That was severely underrated. I thought it was very well done. I'm confused.
I just want to throw out Joy Toy, who I've talked about before, is doing a King of Fighters line at 1/18th scale. I wish they would break into Halo, but they're doing a King of Fighters line at 1/18th.
Everything just suddenly froze. I have no idea what happened.
I know you and Dan froze for me, so.
This is CT Toys also, right?
Mess Toys.
Yeah. But it's like CT Toys, like one of their other umbrellas. Let me check before I talk shit.
Figure looks good, but this is basically just alternate colors on the symbiote version that we saw before. It's really the only difference is it's a different color scheme.
So this Mess Toys is supposed to be another line from CT. And these look like, I'm sorry, you probably just said what I was about to say, which is that they're just repaints of the Spider-Man V2 that came out.
It is, but you were Googling something, so.
Yeah. This is the Kane Spider-Man figure.
Is that what it is? I can't keep track of them all, honestly. Are you caught up on The Last of Us, Pete?
I am caught up.
Last week's episode was so good.
Yeah, it was.
There were some really bad. Honestly, in the beginning of that episode, I was like, why do I watch the show? Because Bella Ramsey was so bad in parts of it. And it wasn't even like people like to make fun of that I'm going to be a dad line. That's the writing. That's not her.
Right. Right.
Well, like her line delivery in that last week's episode was so bad at a few points that I was like, why do I watch this? But then the rest of the episode happened, and I was like, that's why I watch it. Because to Bella's credit, at the end, when she's there with what's her face? Like
Dina.
What?
Let's call her Dina.
Nora. When
The Explorer?
No, Nora. Nora the Ignora. When she was there with Nora at the end of the hospital scene, that was so good. I also like how they brought spores into the series, and I think that it was actually a cool way for them to do it. Basically, because like in the game, the spores are just kind of there, but the spores really are only there in areas that have been infested by the fungus. So the hospital that they're in the show is like overrun. Like that set was so cool to see. And like to watch them talk about it afterwards was also really cool, because there you have people turn into like, it's almost like in Dead Space, there's a mission where you have to kill these things that are basically converting the atmosphere over to this other gaseous shit that you can't breathe. And seeing them do that in the show was really cool. Yeah, last week's episode was really cool. I also like how we have the stalkers in. But everyone's going to protest next season because next season is going to focus on Abby. They're doing what I hope they
review
would.
bomb it.
Yeah, I was well, I mean, they already are, but like, I was worried they were going to do this exact thing with the show where they're doing it just like the game is. But I was hoping that they would go Abby Ellie, so that people can learn to appreciate Abby a little bit before going into the next season. But no, everyone's going to go in like, I'm not watching this fucking show. This bitch killed Joel.
Is it too much to ask, though, people, point made, but is it also too much to ask people to not act like fucking idiots?
That's hard to do, man. It's really hard to do that.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but also just don't be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, well, get a hobby, a real hobby, like this.
We don't need more podcasts.
No, I meant the toy collecting part.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up for this week.
I had other stuff queued up.
What else do you have? Oh, this isn't even that important. Yeah, this is when they hire some guy, pay him a shit ton of money, and his idea is like, what if we change the name? And then 2 years later, we change it back. Like, fuck you, HBO. I like how they even do it like tongue-in-cheek, newish name. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. You gave this guy like hundreds of thousands of dollars at least, and his clever addition was to change the fucking studio name. Fuck you.
I mean, I agree. It was HBO Go.
I thought changing it to Max was fucking dumb.
HBO Go, HBO Now, HBO Max, HBO Max.
They've been HBO since I've been a kid.
Yep, and home box office.
To erase that identity is just the weirdest PR move ever. I don't get the rebrand.
Like, rebranding is really hard to do, but I guess when your move is to always rebrand, it's like second nature to you. So you're like, you don't really have to recover from it, because people, I guess, do know where you're at, but it's just so fucking stupid. It's so dumb.
No, you're right. I that's why it kind of makes me mad about the whole Superman trailer get me back into it because I really don't want to help. Not that me change me, I'm not going to stop anything, but
yeah,
my point stands. I just don't want to contribute to David Zaslav's fucking Warner Brothers. I hate him. He's not a good guy.
What else did you have?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to bring up how fucking stupid that was.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, it is.
And it is. Good job, Dave.
So you're gonna walk away with a big bag. But if you want to hear more of our thoughts, tune in Sundays at 8 p.m. live on YouTube. Next week we will be just talking about what we do every week, which is toys and 3D printing and all that great stuff. Head to shadowmoses112.com to add our accessories to your collection, or slide to our Instagram to see the current projects we're working on. Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you next Sunday.